Time again for the next game between these two titans of a teams. Signature taking on BOOT.dS. Now, BOOT.dS, they fought hard. They came away with a massively convincing win. But it wasn't as easy as it originally looked. They started off so huge, 11-4 first half, got all the way back to 16-10. Close, not a close game, but like a game that they could have lost if they'd let it get away with them too far, right?
Well, to be fair, if Signature had won that next bye, that would have been another. Well, they would have been the round loss bonus would have been so far ahead for them at that point. But it's just their T sides. We saw it a few times. Signature, their T sides have always been a little bit ropey, and I guess it's something to note across the region. I mean, look, this game today, Chiefs, their terrorist side were a bit questionable sometimes. Mongols definitely, and this is why I like watching Boot so much, because I really feel the work that DSN's put in with them. They just seem like they always have a plan, they always know what they're doing, and their timeouts were key. I mean, even in that game there, they took the key timeout, able to figure it out, and then win a round off the back of that, and that was enough. But Cash, Signature, bear in mind, Signature chose Mirage. They did win previously 16-13. That was back in April. They lost then 16-10. Should have been 16-4, and now Boot, they dominated earlier on in this qualifier, 16-6 on Cash. So I'm expecting Boot to run away with this one. But the thing you take away if you're Signature, Reality started hitting some shots at the end of that, in that half.
And Rolex as well. Both of them stepped up when needed. They made it work. And, well, sides have been decided. BOOT.dS up on the CT, Signature on the T side. Guys, don't forget we're running a giveaway for 1,000 uni coins to be used to bet on the unicorn.com website. All you got to do is type UniWin in chat now, and we'll draw the winner at the end of the game. You must be a follower to enter as we head in to this pistol round, and we get to see all the action unfold between these two teams. It's a 1-0 map advantage to BOOT.dS, and Signature, they've got a lot of work ahead of them.
Overall, fairly standard setup as well from Boot, although you don't normally see this kind of two guys towards quad area. That's quite dangerous, especially if Signature want to execute towards A. You see they got the smoke, the flash in hand, and it's going to have to be big fries coming out from Impression.
Nice shot there from Impression, picks up a second, makes it a third, headshots galore, and he gets a fourth! Incredible! Will he ace it up? No, he won't, as Gutor shuts him down. 3v2, Gutor got the bomb, got a Glock, but it's going to be very difficult for him to work this in now. He's running all the way back. He's having to be very careful. He's going to run straight into Moxie, who does go down. And this gives him a chance to get back into it. Tommy and Benkai, the only two left alive. And if he keeps running around the world, he might find a way back into this. He might have a chance. He might have a way to make the impossible happen. Incredible set of kills from Impression, 4 in a row. Nearly went for the ace of pistols. Headshots galore, and that USP, if you know how to use it, if you can be dominant, well, that's the work it can do. Gutor, though, taking it slow. Come all the way through middle. Now in connector, checking every single angle, checking out on truck. I love the positions from the CTs. Tommy, waiting at door, waiting to see if he hears anyone head towards the A-bomb site. And actually, Gutor's coming the long way round. You'll probably hear the bomb go down. But the key thing is that door open or is it closed? And it is open. But Gutor's not going to be too worried about that because he knows his teammates went through it. So as soon as he starts to hear the bomb be planted, this is when they'll know. And that's exactly what happens. Bomb doesn't even go down. Tommy finds the kill. Gutor loses his life, and BOOT.dS start off convincingly.
An Impression, time and time again, we see him just come out with some massive, honestly, it's just the way he plays is so impressive. Just key precision. There's never been a problem with this region and aim. It's always been tactics. In Boot, like I said, they're very impressive. They combine the best of both worlds. And Impression, easy 4K. It did get a little bit close, but so far so good. 1-0. And Signature immediately with the scout on Gutor, and I don't really like seeing this on the terrorist side. Especially since, yeah, there's not really too many openings. I would much prefer the Tech 9. Not really too often going to get someone challenging, maybe with a UMP up close. But as I say that, Gutor does spot the head over the white box of Tommy. Well, I completely said that wrong. I mean Tommy by the white box.
Well, Gutor going to look for the kill. Tommy has to be careful, don't show too much because Gutor wants every opportunity that will be thrown his way. And Signature, they want to wrap round and hit this A-bomb site. Gutor jump back down, and they just know he needs to make the first frag. At least he needs to make the first bit of contact. Splash, though, is there. Impression's backing him up. stick jam though, coming up huge. Tech9's raining in, but it isn't enough. It all falls apart. Couple of kills done, but they didn't get the bomb down. That's 2 rounds, no bomb plant. They're going to have to probably have a full eco or just a very, very questionable force.
I feel like I need to make a video series on how to do force buys, because time and time again we just see these whole situations, Tech9 armors, Scouts armors, everything coming into play, and then they just try and walk into a bomb site. Never going to happen. It's much more effective. Why not just do Tech9's bit of utility and then do like a B execute? That's going to be way more effective than just trying to find an opening pick, and Signature just dropping the ball massively on that one. That's going to be the full eco, and I'm just not impressed by half of the force buys I see coming out. Still, they did it, and there's nothing you can do now about it. Full Glock eco. Best you can hope for is try and take some utility or anything off of Boot. Just run down the clock a little bit. If you're able to pick up a couple of weapons, it might be good for you.
Well, Moxie went aggressive to hunt for 1 kill, but there was a couple of terrorists waiting in the wings for him. They managed to make it work as Impressions picked up one with the UMP as well, but Giggsy, he's now got a FAMAS in his hands. Can he force his way onto this bomb site and get on the bomb plant that they so desperately need? He's waiting there with the M4. Finds one. Splash. Just tapping away at Reality M. But the M4's gone down, and not a problem for Splash at all there. We'll pick up the M4 and retrieve it. And we'll see it go through. 3-0 now for BOOT.dS, and they're starting off strong and confident once again. Question is, will Splash go for the AWP, or will he look to rack up some more money and hold on to the economy advantage? And he does pick up the AWP. He's going to let it rain. He's going to have to go head-to-head with Reality M on the T side.
Again, really smart decision from Boot. Okay, you take the AWP, that's no problem, but Impression keeps the UMP in hand, and that's going to be key, because he's able to almost play banker. Imagine him as a banker on the team, just trying to stack a bit of economy. So if Splash goes down early, or there's ever a situation where we need to rebuy the AWP, it's going to be in that advantageous position. But Signature, much of the same, really. These slow T rounds, default, trying to find any opening they can, and they're just looking for mistakes from Boot.
You say they're looking for mistakes, but from what we saw last time, Boot aren't a team really to go too over-aggressive. They don't make the massive mistakes here. So they'll be waiting for quite a long time, but they do have 1 minute and 10 to play with. Signature again. Spamming, looking, hoping, dreaming, as it would be.
Bit of an interesting setup on B. You see Benkai holding a smoke grenade, 1 guy stacked above. That's for the first frag, and if Molotovs come over, then you've kind of got this pinch. I like the choice here to kind of leave middle, leave Tommy as that anchor, and just play for information, and obviously you've got Splash just controlling the A-bomb site for a retake.
Oh, the tap comes out from Tommy. Rolex instantly dinked down to 10 health. Squeaky Door not playing a good part in his success there, and Splash, Reality M, and Splash doesn't miss a shot and goes for the second, but he does bluff it. The molly comes out to Tommy, spraying away. He does a nice bit of damage again. All it's going to take, and this nade comes out. What? Splash, 2 shots of the AWP missed. There we go, finally makes it happen. But that was unlike him. The pressure was on. There's only 9 seconds on the clock. And Gutor, no bomb, is just forced to save it.
It was a lovely little nade as well. Couldn't have been more perfect. Swish straight into his pocket. And that's going to be all she wrote for the first buy round of Signature. Very uninspired from the Signature T side so far. Okay, we're only 4 rounds in, but Rolex 0-4, Reality 0-4. 2 of your key players who were part of that comeback in the last map not having the best of starts. And the problem for me is, again, it's just very slow-paced. And trying to find the opening onto Splash the AWP, but it's such long-winded. Even it's like so long-winded trying to even find that opening pick. It just takes too long, and then by that time you're against the clock and against the enemy team.
But a 4-0 advantage currently for BOOT.dS. Now, I'm not saying we're already seeing what we saw on Mirage, but you've got to start to worry that unless Signature can pull something off here, or at least start to put the pressure on them a little bit, then we're going to be looking at a very similar scoreline. Signature, at least last time they won 3 rounds from the pistol. This time round, didn't happen.
Indeed, and the problem I see is their executes. They've got no kind of set executes of Molotovs and flashes.
The spray comes out from above. Reality M finds one with the P250, but he ate a lot of damage. The nades should come in, hopefully, from BOOT.dS to fire back, but Signature, they've grabbed the bomb site. They've got themselves in a good position. They've just got to hold. The only downside is they've got a couple of players on low health, and they don't have too much weaponry. Only 2 AKs to work with. Smoke goes in, and Cedric Grenade goes towards Ryan. And he's going to be forced out of position, but great work from Gutor. Sneaks from behind, deals with Splash. And Benkai, the only man left alive, and that was very smart. Their Signature ran all the way around. They played it smart. They played the angles, and also they didn't allow themselves to get pushed out.
Yeah, good opening there from Signature. Just that contact play, trying to find it into the position of A. Splash got caught off guard, got tagged down. He wasn't able to even find a shot there. So that's how you get back into it. But now we need to see a little bit more. Are we going to keep running this default, or are we going to see some actual B executes, maybe some A executes, smokes over the top? We saw it in the last game when we casted Cash yesterday. That's whether we'll see it again today. And I think Boot, that was more of them messing up rather than Signature really taking good hold of the round. And you can see, look, Splash now getting aggressive towards that door. So he's trying to find that early information. Just needs to be careful not to overextend, because Rolex is actually waiting up in the wings above. If he wants to push further, I even think Rolex might have heard that door close. So that's going to be dangerous to Splash. And he's kind of playing anchor. So you've got to look across the board. Impression now. I wonder if they are playing these on spawn, because now he's controlling middle. And obviously Tommy is in the mid connector.
Wow, what a position from Rolex. Splash wasn't aware, wasn't ready. And it will give Signature the one-man advantage going into this. He was backed up by Giggs, but he wasn't needed to be utilized. As now Signature can force their way around here a little bit. They can really put the pressure on. They've got the one-man advantage. They'll definitely have the numbers game going into either bomb site here. They look to come on to the B bomb site. Gutor ready and waiting. The mollies go out, and Moxie's got to be careful. He burns alive, loses a lot of health there. But him and Benkai, they're sat in the back. They're trying to keep it going. More mollies come in. Another shot. Nice work from Gutor, coming down with a spray. Tommy in Impression's the only guy I've left alive, and Gutor just stands at his own flames. Even Chan just looked at him like, why did you do that? What are you trying to achieve?
Didn't purchase the fire suit from the equipment menu.
He needs that fire resistance.
Definitely going to burn you alive. But Boot, they're dropping the ball a little bit here. They need to not play so defensive on that B bomb side. We've seen that twice now. Benkai, what happens is when the execute comes on, the idea is he drops the smoke, extinguishes any molly that might be happening. But then they both fell to the back left-hand side, and then he got traded out. And that's the problem. You need to wait for a little bit more information and just not give away the first frag.
Oh, beautiful from Impressions. But he won't be able to hold it as they do chase him down. And that was a good decision from Signature. Okay, they lost only 2 players, but they managed to take away the AWP, destroy the economy of BOOT.dS, and pick up another round on the board here. Yeah,
and we said it might not be the same case as Mirage. Signature coming in with 2 buy rounds, and that's going to force BOOT.dS onto some kind of force buy here. And what's nice is, you'll see it now. They're going to do a flash over the middle and at least a push. Okay, it hasn't worked out the best, but at least they're doing something together.
Yeah, more of a teamwork push rather than just solo going for it or just holding your standard angles. Wow, Tommy jumping with a P250, finds a kill onto Ryan Giggs. Is he going to get a second there from Rolex? Well, that was a one-tap jump as well. I was about to say, we're just going to see crazy shots here.
I thought that was a one-tap headshot jumping. I was like, what? No. Moxie will be alive with the AK, so if he's able to hold on to that, that will definitely help their economy. And he's in a bit of an unconventional position, holding towards the sandbags. And he does have a Molotov as well, so that could be a key save for him. But Boot, all they need to do is kind of go back to what they were doing before, that almost standard hold. Make sure Splash doesn't go too aggressive and give away the first frag, because that's what lost them the first 2 buy rounds. Can't afford to have that happen again.
Now, Moxie, you got to get out of that position. You've got to get yourself hidden. You don't want to lose that AK. And they should be fine now. They don't seem to be hunting him down. Another round will go on the board to Signature, though. We see 4-3 being the current scoreline. As BOOT.dS, they've not struggled, but they've been hit by the economy game. And Signature, they've managed to make the rounds work for them.
I'd be tempted to take another eco here. Just get the AWP back on Splash. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're just going to roll with the AK-47 and a few deagles, no armor. And that's the right choice. Just try and do some more damage economically, get the AWPs rocking again, maybe even get the double AWP again, and just see if we can lock it out from there. This Signature, if Boot do adapt and get the double AWP out and they don't overextend, then Signature will need to come up with some better defaults and some more executions.
And Rolex gonna have to be careful if he comes around that corner. He's got 2 CTs waiting for him, push through the squeaky door. And at least what I like seeing here from BOOT.dS is the creative save rounds, or where they've just bought into the pistols. They're not just playing it standard. They're trying something different, trying to catch their enemy off guard.
Yeah. The thing is that Signature, the 2 previous rounds, they were kind of sure of what they wanted to do, but now they're making it very, very long-winded. 15 seconds left on the clock. So that Rolex finds the 2 towards the door. All looks a bit disjointed from the James.
Yeah, there's no real decisive decision here. But Signature are going to pick up the kills. Only impressions left. 5-7 in hand. And, well, I said he might have a hope of a gun, but before I even said it, he loses his life. He goes down. We see it even 4 versus 4. There's still all to play for here.
And there you go. We said it's going to happen. Moxie and Splash back on the AWPs. And this is all or nothing here for Boot, because if they lose this round, then again, it's going to be very, very heavy economy damage. Normally you see 1 AWP.
Oh. Lovely start there for Splash. Makes it work, gets the first shot and gives him an early advantage. Oh, and the boost! Oh, that's huge for Giggs! He comes in with 2 kills, sprays it down, is going to push straight onto this A-bomb site, and that's exactly what they needed. Signature, they find a way. They make it work. But Splash, he says no. He comes in, picks up his 2nd kill of the round. He knows he needs to fire back, but it's Moxie and Splash on the AWPs. Benkai with the M4. Got a fair bit of utility to work with, and currently Signature actually a bit stacked up on top of each other. We should be careful on Gutor coming from behind.
Yeah, very questionable boost, especially when you made the opening frag in middle. That just immediately put Boot on the back foot. That double frag from Brian.
Brian goes down. Great work from Splash. Finds one. It's only Reality M left. The nade comes out towards him. And he does go down. The Kobe comes into play. The bomb will be defused. And hopefully thank God Benkai was close enough. So narrow, though. Ooh. Just by the last second, they were probably all scared for their lives there, because one of them went to sit on it without a kit, and then he quickly decided, I don't want to be on it. But a round does come in favor of BOOT.dS. They save both the AWPs, and now we should see BOOT.dS be able to try and find a good buy into this. And yeah, drops are happening. M4's into it, and they just scrape together another buy here.
Just don't need to do anything silly, Boot. You've got the 2 AWPs we're rocking now. You can now play, you could actually potentially play 3 towards middle if you wanted. 1 AWP B, 1 AWP A. That's a very classic, old school way of playing. The cash, more often than not now, we don't really see too often. The reason is because double AWP is such an intense setup. It requires, A, to have 2 good AWPers. You need to hit your shots, and then obviously you don't want to lose those early on before you've built up economy, because it can come back to haunt you.
Well, the early start using the AWPs come into play. Moxie takes down Reality M. Gutor now with it, though. Can he step up for his team? Can he make it happen when needed? He's taking a few shots through the smoke. He'll get the early reload, and he's obviously planning to use a lot of these bullets here. Oh, and if Tommy's going to face him, whoa! Tommy gets legged down to 20 health, but rips his head off. And 5v3. Signature. They're going to have to try push into this A-bomb site. They're going to have to go now with 40 seconds on the clock. And Splash ready and waiting. Playing it at MBK. Finds the first kill. Rolex onto Tommy, but Splash knows exactly where they are. Will he get the next? Goes for the close range spam, but he's backed up by impressions. And it happens. BOOT.dS pick up the next round. And Signature. They don't have too much money to work with. 11k up on Gutor. They will be able to drop it through, but they've got to be careful on how they manage this.
Well, every time Signature have gone A, they've just done the bounce smoke off the white box that lands here. And the problem is, what they really need is they need a smoke here. My X's again. A smoke on top with a catwalk there, a smoke below, and then a smoke there. And that will instantly cut off Splash from AWPing, and then you can initiate A and go over the top of the red box onto the bomb site. So that's something I would like to see them do. Maybe even take mid control back off the enemy team. The best way of doing that is just, look, Tommy is already thinking about using his next set of utility. 1 minute 30 on the clock. That'll run out soon. And again, it goes down. So already the CT is using utility very early, and the best way to counter that, just sit back and then execute middle and retake it off them.
Well, 6-4 current score here on the second map. BOOT.dS 116-10 on Mirage. Looking to build this up into a 2-0 victory unless Signature can pull their way back into this. It's still early days. We're only on round number 11. The spray's coming out from Impression. He knows there's T's there, and he gets Stickjan down. Still putting damage onto the rest of them as well. Great bit of work through the smoke, making it happen, making it just possible for his team here. And it's still 5v4. The bomb may gone down, but they're going to have a lot of utility and grenades to work if he gets a second through the smoke. Tap, 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 and it happens as Splash finds a kill onto Reality M as well. Ryan Giggs is spotted out. Impressions, Tommy, this is incredible. 5 members left alive on the CT side. They get another round on the board, and Signature did absolutely nothing other than plant the bomb.
And the A bomb site on Cash is renowned for doing that. You can execute onto it. And if you use all your utility getting onto it, then you've got nothing to stave off the CT retake, especially when they're rocking full utility. Molotovs across the board, very, very hard. And the problem for there, Signature made no entries on the actual take, so it was just a 5v5 pretty much retake, and Impression was finding them all the way through the smoke with the AK. So again, Boot, as soon as they looked down and out, they lost 4 in a row. Boot looked to bounce back, and we saw it on Mirage. The difference was with the Mirage, they instantly started with a double AWP, and here they didn't. And it seems to be their favored kind of style of play, because every time they do, they just dominate Signature. And it's the right adaptation, because Signature don't really know just how to execute. They don't really have the smokes over the top. We haven't seen a good B execute with the Molotovs that you normally see at the higher tiers. So in this situation, the AWPs are just going to have a field day, especially Splashy, because nothing's really contested him on that A-bomb site.
Well, the pause makes sense. But is it going to be enough here? They're going to go into a force. Still got a bit of money to work with. Do you feel like they should have some more flashes to work with?
Definitely. I just feel that as soon as you've got the kind of Tech 9 player with smokes, you need the good utility. You need one pop flash. If they're going to go towards B, which it doesn't look like they can do, you need the pop flash to instantly put the AWPer off. And then obviously you need the flashes to execute onto the bomb site. So again, the force buy is not. I'm not really convinced by these force buys from Signature.
Well, Guto got himself in a good position. He did spot out Moxie there. Broader Director takes us away, as per usual. Nades come out, and again, Impressions through the smoke. They're all trying to jump away from it, and he takes Ryan Giggs down to 5 health. Reality M's coming for him, though. He's going hunting. And he will get the kill, but Tommy's there to back him up. Gutor actually coming from the side. And again, Gutor just keeps playing this lurker role, despite when his team get the bomb down. Flashes go over. Now they've got 2 incendiary grenades to work with as well. The T's can be massively pushed out of position here. Great work from Moxie. Picks up the first one. Him and Splash, tag team duo. AWPs galore. They're making it work. Gutor comes out, gets the first kill, looks for the next, gets it! But he can't make anything else happen. And I thought the Tech 9 close range, he might be able to do it. They were all stacked up near each other. But Tommy comes in with a defuse, 8-4. And I'm having flashbacks to the previous game here, George. It was exactly this scoreline.
Well, again, I just love the fact that Boot are confident enough to play that retake, and that's how you kind of immobilize Tech 9 players like that. You just sit back, yeah, you let them plant the bomb for sure. That's a little bit of economy their way, but when you've got all the utility, you just sit back, and then when their smokes initially run out, you just retake with the Molotovs, and they can't do anything about it. The worst situation for you to be is on the bomb site when Tech 9 initiate onto you, because as we know, that pistol is ridiculously overpowered in CSGO.
Now Impression, he knows when to poke, he knows when to hold back, he's not overextending. He does have to be careful this time round because Reality M's there. He's got his AWP, he's up high, and he's just waiting for Impression to make the mistake.
Looks like the middle execute will come out late from Signature, which is nice. Molotov sandbags, Molotov into kind of maniac corner. And Vent, but it didn't actually spot Tommy out, so actually them Tommy impression go to work. So 4-on-3 situation. Quickly 4-on-2 because Benkai boosted in the vent, swings wide. He knows no one's really going to be looking at it late in the round. And again, Signature use all their utility to take middle. They don't get the favorable trades. Tommy wasn't even Molotoved out, and that's going to be easy enough pick up the splash. And a 1-on-3.
Well, Gutor has the AWP in his hand now. He got the kill onto Splash. He's got 3 more team members to find on the CTs. Moxie running towards him. And they're trying to just make sure he's forced into position. Nice bit of damage done. And while he finds the kill, Impressions there to back him up. 9-4 now. As BOOT.dS continue to assert their dominance, continue to hone that AWP play in. And they're doing it in style.
Interestingly enough, Signature aren't opting to take a pause. And I would have thought at this stage in the game it might be, it's second to last chance, right? So why not utilize that? Just give yourself a little bit of breathing room because you've now lost 5 on the bounce. And again, it's just very slow. Okay, last time taking middle was actually okay. It was pretty decent from them, but one missed Molotov allowed Tommy an impression just to open up the round.
Gitchy started off strong. Chance they're backing him up, but can Tommy halt their aggression? Finally, Signature have a one-man advantage here. This is their chance back into it. If Gutor can find the frag here, if he can push in and maybe catch Moxie off guard, then Signature could wrap round to B and really try to close this out. BOOT.dS are fine for money, so they're not going to affect the economy of them. But it's going to give Signature the option to buy back into the next round and try and wriggle out of this dire situation they're in once again.
The thing for me is that Boot Gaming, or BOOT.dS rather, it's just the way they control the economy. It's so smart. Well thought out.
Nice kill from Moxie comes in. Tommy's there backing him up, and this is how they shouldn't allow it to happen. They had the advantage. They've quickly lost it, and that's because not all of Signature are there. Rolex is going to come through. He makes all that noise, and Tommy, just a spray day for him. 4 kills. He sits there, makes it work, makes it look easy. Last round and a half, and not a single player on Signature has over 4K to work with.
Nope, and the last time they actually played as well, Boot did get 10 CT rounds, so very mirror image of the last game, and then they won 6-1 on T side. So again, just goes to show that Boot Gaming have been dominant on this map. Signature have had chances in this half though to get into the game. Bear in mind that they came back they had 4 rounds in a row, and then Boot from that point on they won that sort of semi-force and just got straight back into it. And ever since these double hawks, this is a problem. Signature have no answer for it. And this is where you need to bring out your tactics, your executes from afar. Push those Orcas back, because otherwise, look at Splashy. I mean, he's rocking the Dragon Lore as it is.
Showing off in style. Putting bodies on the floor in style. Looking to add a few more notches to his belt. As they hope to close this out 11-4. The same as what they did on Mirage. A Signature. They've just not found the answers. They've had a couple of openings. They've had a couple of chances. But the teamwork, the solid teamwork of BOOT.dS, might I add, has been superb across the board. Their setups, straight away Impression spots out Rolex. The incendiary grenade comes down, and Rolex is forced to run away. Reality M's got close though, and that's nice from Splash. He finds one. He's dancing around the red box. Tommy's gone down, but Impressions and Splash, they're making it work. It doesn't matter. They can still get the kills in. Stick Chan's found one, but it's 2 versus 3. A Splash comes round from the side, finds the kill. Only Gutor left, and he goes down to Moxie. The double AWP play works like a charm. Splash up there 17 for 8. And look at the scores. Only Gutor for Signature able to do anything substantial there. 17 for 10. Everyone else not even into double digits, as we see the first half once again go 11-4.
7 rounds in a row. in a row? In a woe? In a
Whoa,
row.
whoa, whoa.
In a woe. Anyway, 7 rounds in a row for Boot. And 11-4 half. Signature, they need to find something and they need to find it quick. Gutor doing his job, but he needs some teammates to back him up. And that's the problem they face. Boot, I think they're just going to have a little bit too much in the tank. And immediately, we see this kind of slow play. 3 armors across the board. 1 guy with utility. Benkai is throwing his set of utility, obviously, out towards A, trying to throw a little bit of a fake, like they're going to go across the door. It's all a ruse as they go over middle.
Oh, but Gutor! Beautiful one-tap, comes in, gets rid of Tommy. But he's still got a few more to find. Boot start to make their way to this B bomb site. The molly's gone over. And Giggsy is dancing around. He's hidden behind the boxes as it stands. Gutor's come up from high, finds himself a 2nd kill. Can he make it a 3rd? With all the T's, it's just chaotic. As a team kill, he even comes in for Moxie. And finally, Signature, they pick up a round convincingly.
Good start from Signature. And this is where Boot Dreamscape need to just be careful. Don't get into that situation like we did in Mirage where we almost threw the game. I saw someone in chat said, for future reference, it's DS or Dreamscape, not Boot.
Why does it say BOOT.dS everywhere then?
I think they might have 2 teams, I'm not sure.
Confusing.com.
Yeah. I like Boot.
Yeah, I like BOOT.dS. Makes you think of playing
their avatar
Nintendo.
as well, Boot. I mean,
yeah, they've got a cool logo. But onto the game, onto the action. His impressions, wraps around with a Tech 9. He causes problems for him. Moxie again doing a bit of team damage. I don't know what it is with Moxie. Maybe he's saying, look, I want to be top of the scoreboard. The bomb plant here is going to be huge for Boot if they can make it work. And Splash actually opting to plant quite in the open there. But he's rolling with it. He's making it work. And great from Benkai. Finds it, grabs himself. Oh no, he couldn't grab the gun. What a shame. As Gutor sits up high, completely blind. And actually, that bomb plant could be huge in helping them close out the round here. Because Reality M can only do it by leaving some of him open. And Benkai comes round. He knows he's got to get it just by the skin of his teeth. And Moxie finishes it in style with the Deagle headshot. 12-5. So back and forth.
this is the difference though. BOOT.dS on their force buys, they smoke off this area, they get into the position. All it takes is 2 bits of utility, 1 smoke, they all line up, and then bam, 1 pot flash comes into here, and that's all that she wrote. And then you just wrap around the smoke in the back, and then you get there with the Tech 9s.
12-5 now, and Signature couldn't hold on to their pistol win, as we see so many times in the current meta of Counter-Strike. This time round, though, Boot, they're going to be stuck with AKs, UMPs, Galils, and even the M4. It's always a problem when CTs buy up an M4 and lose it early on. It really struggles to help them later down the line. That's why I'm a big fan of the UMP buys. And that's a good start for Tommy as he finds the head of Rolex. They're going to push into this A-bomb site uncontested now. And Impression's going for this open plant again. That's how confident he is.
Just doesn't care, does he? No. Just the way they play these force buys, they don't really give Signature any chance to find an opening. Obviously, commentator's curse, Ryan Giggs, CZ onto Slash. At this point, it won't really matter. 13-5, we will go. And Reality, Galil in hand. And obviously, Stuck Chan, he's got a UMP. 2 CZs will be saved, so they really need to just hold on to what they can. But so far, BOOT.dS is looking good. It's all kind of part of the plan. And I'm interested to see, because if they win this game, that means tomorrow, I believe, right? We'd get Boot versus Chiefs. Which would be, in my opinion, a very, very tight game. I think Boot might have it in them. But no. 22 frags on Gutor. 3 frags on Reality. Not someone you want to see on 3 frags. Reality was part of their comeback in the last game. But Boot, like I say, just a lot in the tank. 5 Molotovs across the board. 5 smokes across the board. And full control of the game.
Good early start there for Reality M, though. He picks up one with the CZ75. He's going to push through and try and pick up the AK-47 uncontested as well. And if he can put some work in here, Impressions is waiting for him. Great work from Impression. He just plays this smart play, doesn't get over aggressive, doesn't push out too far, manages to make it work. BOOT.dS, they look to continue to push forward. They're 13-5 up, looking to make it 14-5. Signature, though, they've got a Galil to work. They've got a UMP. They've got a couple of CZs. They've just got to look for the openings. Got to find some of BOOT.dS caught off guard.
Like I say, just the way Boot plays, even when they're a man down, they find the refrag and then they just reevaluate the situation. And they know going late middle is good. And it looks like they're going to opt for this B split. Tommy coming through the vents. And obviously Rolex. Bootot late on the rotation.
Giggsy trying to fire back, trying to hold it in, but Tommy does take him down. Stickjan able to get round there, able to cause the problem for him. And that was huge. We lost the sound there a little second, but came back. As we saw BOOT.dS now, their money. Are they going to buy into it? Do they force up? How are they going to play it? And it looks like they're going to go for it. Some AK, some Deagles, they're that confident. And they did this last time and they came off badly and allowed Signature to get a few rounds when we went to Mirage.
And if I see them lose this round, it'd be nice to just get the pause coming in, because we don't want to get in that situation where we were in Mirage where it was kind of like a lucky force buy. Won the round and immediately splash, even though he knows he's there. Deagle close range, not optimal. Russian caught out with the Molotov. Rolex again. So Signature on top of things on CT side, and Signature by any means aren't a bad team. CT side, they're actually decent. It's just they lack that control on T. And Boot needs to be careful, because they did buy into this. 2 AKs, 1 Deagle left in hand. Okay, they've got utility, but I'm not convinced that it's enough to win this round.
Yeah, quite a lot invested in it. Not a full buy. And again, they put themselves not at a disadvantage. They've still got the round lead, but they're just making things a little bit difficult for themselves.
Dude. Saying that, though, reality back on AWP. Benkai. Ryan Giggs just been caught a few times now. Over-rotating, kind of left in the open, and that's what you don't want to do, especially on a 3-on-5. You don't want to make it 3-on-4. One more frag and it would be even. And obviously, the terrorists full HP across the board, so Rolex would need to come big here if they do decide to go onto the A-bomb site.
Well, the early flash has gone out. Rolex smokes towards door. Flash going out as well. And actually, because he's not pushing into it, this could still be good here. And that's exactly what it is as Tommy finds the kill. Signature now don't have control of the bomb site. Tommy just out in the open, confident with it. Gets one. And now Reality M scoped and ready, but he needs to be backed up by his teammate. Nice kill comes up, does take Tommy. 2 versus 2. And all Boot have to do is hold it in now. The Stickjan. And Reality M line up for Benkai. What are the chances?
And I told you, Ryan Giggs just getting caught there, just trying to rotate through the vents. That allowed the opening for Benkai. That's one frag. Then they just take their time, reevaluate the situation. Into A we go. Rolex, he kind of played scared. He should have just gone for 1 frag, anything to trade off. But he got evenly traded. That's the 3-on-3. And Boot, again, winning all these clutch situations. Just smart play by them.
And what was key there is where Ryan Giggs died, they all thought, oh, they're going to go towards B. And so actually they left A in a weaker position than anything.
Exactly. Just there's no real reason. 5-on-3 that was. And when you're on a knife edge at 13-6, look, it's put you on a force buy. 5v4, 6.
Oh, they're just waiting. This is so smart. The CTs do not need to go aggressive. Signature, you are better than this. You can make it happen.
As I see out the corner of my eye, our producer, he's up to his antics again. But no, Boot. 5-on-3. Should be a 5-on. I was going to say it should have been a 5-on-2, but Rolex getting 1 frag out of the situation. Ryan Giggs back in with CZ. But Tommy, he'll take that every day of the week. Ryan Giggs going straight back into his crosshair. That was almost a doom frag. We'll call them a doom frag from these days, when you don't need to use your mouse. You can just press enter on the keyboard. Stickjan, though. Whoa. What a shot with the Deagle.
Can he find a couple more to stop it from going to match point? He's dancing around the smoke. He's actually got to give himself some good cover here. But he doesn't want to go too far deep, as they're just ready. This is just a waiting game. It's just so smart from Boot.
15-6. Last time we played it ended 16-6. I'm sure A few people in chat were having a field day with that.
Yeah, it was 16-6 last time on Cash, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're looking to repeat it all
Pretty
over
much
again.
An identical set of circumstances as well. So.
Remember, guys, if you are watching, drop a follow on the channel. Type UniWin in chat, UNIWIN, for a chance to win 1,000 unicoins will be given away after this game. It's potentially the last round of it, as BOOT.dS so confident, so strong against a weakened Signature here.
I do speak about three-point plans, but so far for Signature, I don't really know what more they could have done. I believe it was Mirage. They were hoping to win Mirage. I don't think they ever thought they were going to have a chance on Cash. And then obviously the last map, then it could have gone 2-1. But Boot, they just look really impressive. From the group stage, they had a little bit of a rocky game. Every time they've played Train, they've kind of lost it. So they've taken it out of their vetoes. And ever since then, they've just been doing really well. And like I say, they did beat Tai Lu to qualify for DreamHack Malmo 2-1 in the best of 3. And that means Tai Lu won't even be going. Yeah, and that's incredible because normally from this region, all you see is Tai Lu, and BOOT.dS, they're confirming to us why they deserve to be in these spots. They're not allowing Tai Lu to be the only team in this region to make it happen. Tries to fire back. Not enough though. Gutor, CZ in hand, he's done a hell of a lot of damage there. Dropped 1 to 2 health, 1 to 5. But is it going to be enough? Reality M, that body's crippled on the floor, and Auto Director loves us watching it. As Reality M comes from up above, he finds 1, but he's still got 2 more. They've got low health, but so has he. This is going to be right down to the wire. Who's going to get that first shot off? Are they going to play the Crossfire games? Or is it going to be the X games as Reality M gets shut down? And that's exactly what happens. They both face him at exactly the same time. 16-6. And BOOT.dS go through 2-0. And they make it forward to the upper bracket finals. They'll be facing off against Chiefs next. And that is going to be a game to watch tomorrow. I'm thinking Boot for that one. I know that's a little bit out on the wind, but I just feel like the way Boot play, they look very convincing on their T sides. Chiefs looked a little bit rocky for me today against the Mongols. Mongols obviously rocking the 100 ping, as everyone wants to talk about. But I just feel that based on today, Boot have played the better CS. Yeah, definitely. Boot, so much more structured. They looked very convincing in their plays, even in unwinnable, not unwinnable situations, but normally difficult situations, 5v3s and stuff like that. They can clutch it out. They can make the important rounds happen. And each one of their team is stepping up individually. It's not relying on one player. Despite not having DSN normally on the server, we normally see him lurking around, but he wasn't there coaching them on the fly. Maybe he was there in person. I don't know. You never know what the situation is. But congratulations to both Chiefs and Boots. We'll see them face off in the upper bracket final tomorrow. And obviously, there's not all that she wrote there for Signature, because they will face off now in the lower bracket. Because Mongols, though. Yeah, and that's where I'm a bit worried. Unless Mongols let through Inferno again. No, I don't think anyone is no, not allowing that to happen now. Quite frankly, stupid enough to do that. Signature are a good team in the fact that they can aim. It's just this time and time again, it's their terrorist sides that let them down. It's never CT. We saw it coming back into that game. Their CT sides were fairly convincing, to be honest. It's just that when you go down 11-4 every time you play terrorist half, it's going to be an uphill struggle. Now, it's your last time to enter, guys, before we turn off, because it's the end of the games today. Type UNIWIN, all lowercase in chat. Make sure you're following us on Twitch to win 1,000 unicoins.